Hello, my name is Sean Holder. I'm an elder within the Restored Church of Jesus Christ, and this is the Epitome of Faith calendar reading for September 21st. The statement for today is, we believe in the literal gathering of Israel and in the restoration of the 10 tribes, that Zion will be built upon this continent. There are 3 readings today. The latter 2 are from Scripture, and the first is from the Book of Mormon Studies, pages 66 and 67. Israel fell first to the Assyrians in 722 BC and were scattered among all nations, losing their identity as individuals and as a kingdom. Judah, the southern kingdom, lasted about 136 years longer, but fell to Babylon in 586 BC, just after Lehi's family had escaped to come over to this continent. Lehi was an Israelite of the lineage of Joseph. From Genesis chapter 49, verses 22 through 24, Joseph is a fruitful bough, even a fruitful bough by a well, whose branches run over the wall. And from Alma chapter 8, verse 3, Lehi, who came out of the land of Jerusalem, who was a descendant of Manasseh, who was the son of Joseph, who was sold into Egypt. So the reading today has a lot to do with Lehi's bloodline as a descendant of Joseph. And I want to focus in on that middle reading of Genesis chapter 49 again, that Joseph is a fruitful bough. We can take this to mean that he has many descendants, and even a fruitful bough by a well whose branches run over the wall. Especially for those who believe in the Book of Mormon, this can be interpreted as branches running over the sea, or that Joseph's descendants will go into many nations across oceans and will populate the earth. And finally, regarding Alma chapter 8 on Lehi being a descendant of Manasseh, I think this is important in understanding what our duty is toward the land of Zion. If we look at the blessing of Ephraim and Manasseh in Genesis chapter 48, we can see that Ephraim received the greater blessing and Manasseh the lesser. And so I'm going to take a moment to read that blessing because I think it's important to establish the context here for who Ephraim is, which we'll discuss in later videos of this series. It says, "And Joseph took them both, Ephraim in his right hand toward Israel's left hand, and Manasseh in his left hand towards Israel's right hand, and brought them near unto him. And Israel stretched out his right hand, and laid it upon Ephraim's head, who was the younger, and his left hand upon Manasseh's head, guiding his hands wittingly, for Manasseh was the firstborn. And he blessed Joseph, and said, God, before whom my fathers Abraham and Isaac did walk, the God which fed me all my life long unto this day, the angel which redeemed me from all evil, bless the lads. And let my name be named on them, and the name of my fathers Abraham and Isaac, and let them grow into a multitude in the midst of the earth. And when Joseph saw that his father laid his right hand upon the head of Ephraim, it displeased him, and he held up his father's hand to remove it from Ephraim's head unto Manasseh's head. And Joseph said unto his father, Not so, my father, for this is the firstborn. Put thy right hand upon his head. And his father refused, and said, I know it, my son, I know it. He also shall become a people, and he also shall be great. But truly his younger brother shall be greater than he, and his seed shall become a multitude of nations. And he blessed them that day, saying, In thee shall Israel bless, saying, God make thee as Ephraim and as Manasseh. And he set Ephraim before Manasseh. And Israel said unto Joseph, Behold, I die, but God shall be with you, and bring you again unto the land of your fathers. And again, we will return back to this blessing in a later point in this series to really get a better idea of Ephraim's blessing and Manasseh's blessing regarding the land of Zion that we now inhabit. Thank you, and God bless.